when they charge your bill, when you get your bill, generally, how the utility works, let's say this campus at 8 o'clock, at 6 o'clock in the morning, we have a very, very small amount of power that we use, okay? Then, as we keep on, the students come to school, we turn the air conditioning, the lights and everything, so our usage goes up and up, and it gets to the point that we call peak time. That's the maximum amount of power that we use. This is kilowatt, this is time. And then, as we go down, like, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it starts slowing down. Around, 8 o'clock in campus, then we go back to what we had before. Okay? So, the utility companies charge you in 3 different ways. One, they call it off-peak. These are the off hours, like from 9 o'clock at night until 6 o'clock in the morning, it's off-peak. Then, from 6 to 10, that is 6 a.m., this is 10 a.m. And from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m., they call this mid-peak. So they have a different charge there. Then, the biggest part that the utility companies make tons of money, it's a peak time, and that's between 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. So if you look at the prices, if you want to know how much it is, generally this off-peak, it's about 10 cents overall per kilowatt hour. That means combining these three, that would be 10 cents. In a mid-peak, it's about 14 cents, combining these three charges. In a peak time, it can go from 18 cents to 28 cents per kilowatt hour. That's huge. Okay? Now, that's what we're going to talk about, how we can be energy efficient by reducing these peak times so we can be more cost effective. Okay? But generally, this is what the market was. Now, in 1998, when they deregulated the market, the problem was these two components. It was very hard to deregulate these because the transmission line and distribution, which is infrastructure, to take the power from point A to point B. Point A being the generation facility, point B would be my house, your house, this is school. They have to go through these two concepts, or these two components. So what they did, they deregulated only this part of the market. They did not touch these. So today's deregulated market in the United States means the generation is deregulated. So utility companies, they sold all their power plants. And now you have independent individual like me, for instance, if I had the money, I would buy one power plant and generate power and sell it to anybody I want. So that's the only component, and that is today's biggest problem we have. In one hand, we're saying it's a deregulated market. In the other hand, we only deregulate 1/3 of the market, not all of the market. Okay? So that is what's going on in today's power. Therefore, power became commodity. So from territorial concept, there was a paradigm shift. All of a sudden, you have a market that the power generation of the power became a commodity. So like a stockbrokers anywhere else, we have a specialized brokers that 24/7, they sit in front of a computer and they sell and buy on an hourly basis. Thousands of megawatts from one point to another. So today in California, we get power from Arizona, we get power from Colorado, we get power from Washington State, we get power from Utah. Before, as I said, it was a territory. All these companies, they have their own power plant in California and producing power. Now, we have a spot market. For some of you, if you are familiar with the oil industry, there is a spot market in Amsterdam that they sell and buy crude oil on an hourly basis. They're doing the same thing here in a power, but only the generation power. So the market has changed. Now we have a lot of wholesalers that they sell market in a wholesale price. And those are the, spot market people. And then we have a retail market. The retail market are these guys. Today, they changed their name from a utility company to distribution utility company. They no longer have that generation arm. So they just distribute it. They buy it from somebody else. The power is wheeled through the transmission line to their territory, and then they distribute it in their territory. So those are the retail market. Yes?
Can I ask really quick, how far north does the Southern California Edison go? Because I'm really curious.
Up to Bakersfield.
To Bakersfield, okay.
Bakersfield is a line, portion of the Bakersfield, the south part of the Bakersfield is served by Edison, and the north part of the Bakersfield is served by PG&E.
So you said that only a third of the market, the generation portion, was deregulated?
Yes?
But PG&E's a private company, and they do distribution also? Do they have like a
PG&E,
contract?
they just do transmission, they own the transmission line and all the distribution, and they sell it to the customer.
Oh,
We are the customer.
so do they have like a contract with the government? Because it would seem like that's like...
There is no contract with the government. They have their contract with us. When you move to a new apartment, you call your local utility. You cannot call PG&E. If you live in Long Beach, you can only call SC, okay? You call them because they have a monopoly in that area. Then you commit yourself that you purchase the power and you pay them on time. That's your contract.
Yeah, no, I understand that it's like only the territories. What I'm saying is that I thought that only the generation portion was deregulated, and it would seem like there's an open market in the transmission also because there's these three companies that are operating in there. So I was just wondering how that works.
Well, the generation no longer run by these companies. They used to have operating systems that run not only their distribution system and transmission system, they also run and operate the generation system. They no longer involved in this. For instance, Duke Energy, which is a company in North Carolina, have purchased a power plant that owned by Edison that was right here in the studio. That used to be SC power plant. Now it's owned by Duke Energy, they are in North Carolina. Nothing to do with California. So they're the operator. They're operating it, they're running it. They sell the power to the highest bidder. Could be Edison, could be PG&E, or SCG&E, or anybody else. That's the market that they created. That's only this one. These two own and operate by individual utilities.